Mika, this must be the shortest amount of time I've given someone before I've interviewed them, if that makes sense. What I mean by that is I just hopped off a live stream. I've done my first ever live stream on Rumble called The Last Week in the Real World. And yeah, I
Yeah.
come off it and then I get a Telegram message from you saying you're free tomorrow. But then I message you saying, well, how about we do it now? And you're like, okay, let's go. So here we are
Yeah.
now, zero preparation, zero nothing. You're just, what were you even doing before this?
Yeah, man. I was working. I had just gone to a store to get some nice suits going to Europe. So I'm gonna try and network a little bit while I'm there with some people. So thought I'd get some nice wardrobe. But yeah, I was just working, man. And
We're in Europe?
I just had to throw on a shirt before getting on the live stream.
Right. That's funny. Just in a few minutes, like, oh, can you do now? Yeah. Okay, let's go. And here we are.
Yeah. Hey, we move with speed around here. We move with speed.
Exactly. Okay, so you said Europe. Where are you going in Europe?
Spain, Majorca, and then Germany for a bit as well. Just there's a lot of family around there, a lot of things to do.
No plans to go south of Spain?
We might rent a car and go and explore. You never know. You never know on these kind of trips. But no, I'll probably be in Majorca for a little bit. Have family that owns a villa around there, so be a
Nice.
pretty nice little spot.
Yeah, awesome. And when you going?
Going in August.
Okay, so very soon. Good stuff.
Yeah, a couple
Okay,
weeks.
we can keep in touch on Telegram. I'll potentially be nearby, so we can meet up if possible. So,
Hey
I'll tell
man.
you
Hey,
more on
let me know, man.
Instagram. Cool. Now, continuing with the interview. So, since our last one, it has been 4 months, and at the time, you were 16 and had made $15,000 in 3 months. So, since then, how has everything progressed for you in those 4 months?
Yeah, so I did turn 17, so no longer the 16-year-old kid. But as far as progression goes, I was able to scale up. Still earning around 3.5K a month from marketing, but I got a sales internship, and I've added around $1,000 to $2,000 extra a month income through there. I'm much more focused on building the long-term skills as of right now because I think that's kind of what's important. Cash in is always important, and that's what a business is, just money in. But you need to have skills that are going to pay you for the rest of your life, and closing is one of those. So I decided, you know what? Let's go. Let's learn a skill. Let's throw ourselves in the fire and let's get it going. So
Mhm.
making around 5K a month right now, and about to put a down payment on a little Dodge Challenger RT V8 engine. So it's gonna be fun times.
The first car at 17?
Yeah, first car I'd be buying myself. I've been driving a little shitty Toyota
Oh,
Prius
there you go.
around. So
So, nice. I mean, good to see lifestyle changes there because
yeah,
of
big
what you've
time.
been doing. And it's interesting what you say about sales. I've heard it before as well. From high achievers, they say to younger people, go get a job in sales
Yep.
because it teaches you so many valuable skills. So yeah, you took the advice and there you are. How did you how did you get into it? Are you working for a client or are you working like a 9 to 5? Is it more freelancing or yeah, 9 to 5 based?
Yeah, man. I work with a team, and there are leads that come in from various sources. I can't go too specifically into the whole situation, as we mentioned before, but yeah, I have hot leads that come in, and basically I find out what their issues are, what they're trying to achieve, and I sell them on one of 2 to 3 products, and basically it's just building up a backlog, a backlog of leads that will be coming back and checking. I'll be checking up with, so that it becomes at some point where I'm just building relationships with hundreds of different people, and anybody who's in sales knows that it's all about relationships, and those relationships pay. So that's the biggest thing.
Very interesting. Okay. And yeah, you were talking about since you're building these long term skills, does that mean you're not planning on going to university?
That's not my plan, man. That's not my plan. I
How could you
have
not?
taken
But
a
you need a diploma to succeed, Mika. Come on.
Oh man, you know what? I've heard that a lot, and all I have to say is I've made a plan with the parental guardians in my life to say like, okay, if I'm making X amount of money, say it's 8 grand, 10 grand a month, before the time I would have to go to college, then I don't have to go because I'm already making, like crap ton more than most people make out of college. So I think, and I would recommend this to anybody who's actually struggling with this. I talk about this a bit on how to convince your parents about no college or about a life change that they might not understand is you have to lay out a plan and you have to show them that you are a person of caliber already, right? You have to be disciplined, you have to work hard, you have to exercise, and you actually have to show them results. Be like, this is how much money I'm making from this business that I'm doing right now. These are the opportunities that I will have later. This is what I'm doing to set myself up for the future. College would be a detriment to this plan. And that's how I did it.
hmm And as you hear, actions speak louder than words. So you can be telling your parents as much as you want, no, trust me, mom, this crypto is going to go up and I'm going to not need to go to college. But
Dorks.
you need to prove it to them, put actions, learn a skill like copywriting, like you did, earn an
Yep.
income, and then show it to them through actions, and then they'll believe you. Because
Yeah.
otherwise, I
I,
mean, it's it's not even their fault to assume someone maybe who's 16 or 17, do they really know what they're doing? So again, that's why words don't hold that much weight unless you prove it to them through
Absolutely.
action, as I've just like repeated 5 times already. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
No, that's the biggest thing is you have to show some proof and you have to show competence in whatever field you're going into. You have to show them the receipts, man. I mean, you have to understand that your parents want what's best for you, and in your life so far, they've probably had to steer you away from most things that have been detrimental to you and that you've wanted to do that were not good for you. So you have to show them that this thing that you want to do is actually a positive in your life, and it has to be a very well thought out and concise plan that everybody can respect and understand. And that's the biggest advice that I'd give to anybody who's in a situation I am in where you don't feel like you belong in a classroom sitting there for 8 hours a day, and you want to get out, you want to conquer, you want to move, you want to make moves, you want to talk to people who are of a similar mindset. That's what I would recommend. Is the first step is you have to get everybody on your life on board by giving them receipts.
Right. Exactly. Very good point. And going back again to when you said when you're going to Europe, you mentioned networking. So can you
Yeah,
reveal any more there? Do you actually have things planned, like events to go to or people to meet?
yeah, man. So there are some people that I do know and have connections through. A lot of it through family, actually, that I am leveraging to get my foot in the door and maybe talk to, see if there's any kind of future going in to any business with them. I want to pick some people's brains about real estate. That's a big thing that I want to get into as soon as possible because it's an asset that's going to pay you until you're 100, man. So that is something that's my focus, is to get my foot in the door with those people that have a lot of knowledge, that have a lot of resources. And I'm leveraging my own family connections that way. So, there's always ways to do that. Um, Obviously, I'm too young for the war room right now, so I'm not going to any events necessarily for that, which will be happening next year, I suppose, as I'm 18. So,
hmm Okay, nice. And in those 4 months, have you noticed any mindset changes that you could speak of?
yeah, man. So, mindset changes where I was at, it was very much so about saving as much money as absolutely possible, and I didn't really understand that the mindset and how money works is that it has to be flowing. If money's not moving, then it's decreasing in value, whatever it is. So basically what I'm doing, instead of just trying to focus on the cash amount in the bank account, which of course is always going up because I'm just that guy, um, is I'm focusing on the skills and I'm focusing on the foundation to build that is going to make me a crap ton more valuable to anybody that I meet in the future. I'm just focused on increasing my value as a man. as a person and focusing on the mindsets, that you hear everyone talk about controlling your emotions, about doing stuff when you don't want to do it. That's the biggest thing that I could possibly say is like, you wake up happy, you wake up sad, you still got stuff to do, man. There's still money to make. There's still connections to be built. There's still interviews to hop on when you're just sitting at your computer with your shirt off. Not that this is a chore at all. This is awesome, but that's all I'd have to say, man. It's a similar mindset to what I've had, but I just have a lot more respect for everybody now. It's less me against the world, and it's more, how do I provide value to the world? Because if I provide value to the world's going to provide value to me.
All right. And starting to provide value to people at the age of 17 gives you a lot of leverage in terms of years to build up very solid foundations in that relationship with people. And who knows where that will lead. So you having this mindset, wow, huge at 17, as I'm sure you know yourself. So yeah.
I've been told a couple times.
Yeah, just a couple times.
Couple times.
All right. Cool. So what about physicality? Have you continued with gym? Everything going good there?
Yeah. So when we talked, I was coming off a couple major illnesses where I lost, I think, 25 pounds of muscle. And, I had to go to the emergency room, had like IVs in my arms and all that stuff. So since we last talked, it's just been building all that back and just really going hard in the gym, learning to fight, all that kind of stuff, training, boxing, putting on mass, and then excelling in my sport of choice, which is basketball. I'm a firm believer that you should excel in everything that you do, everything that you choose to do. You should take absolutely seriously, because this world is, as you know, very hyper competitive. So it's always going to be the people who take it most seriously that win. And that's what I've been doing, man. I've put, 30 pounds back on and gotten in good shape with boxing and basketball. Yeah, it's been great, man. And weigh around like 220 pounds right now at 6'4". So pretty stoked about that. That's a good stat to hit, and getting stronger in all areas. I hit 255 on the bench press, which isn't bad for my age. So
I'd react, but I have no idea what that is in kilograms. Probably
it's,
around 100 kg, right?
Yeah. I think 100 kg here. Let me look it up actually.
Cool.
100.
Is that one rep max?
In okay, yeah. So 100 kg is 220 pounds.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
So it would probably be, would it be 110 kg? $114 kg.
Damn. And that's what, one rep max?
Yeah, one rep.
Yeah, at 17. Again, very impressive. Nice. Good stuff.
Yeah. Focus on the fundamentals, man.
Right. So how has your average day changed in those 4 months that you can speak about?
Well, we went from school to summer, so I think I'm waking up about 2 hours later at 7. Wake up at 7. I get up. I train. I go outside. I plan out the day to the T, plan out all my tasks, and then I get to work. Right. I work in blocks. We call those deep work sessions inside of the Real World Copywriting campus. Sorry, G work sessions, not deep work sessions. And I do around 4 or 5 of those. By the time I do 4 or 5 G work sessions, I've gotten through most of my tasks for the day. At that point, it's like 2 p.m. I either add on more tasks, or I go and enjoy the sunshine, man. And I just sell more. I close more deals. I make more sales, and I make more money. It depends on the day, but I'm always doing exactly what I need to do, regardless.
Mm-hmm. And what do your parents think about what you're doing at this point?
Yeah, so my parents are impressed, man. I mean, my parents are very supportive. attribute a lot of my being able to really double down on the stuff I want to double down on to them and their support, which came after me proving that I wasn't full of shit. So I'm not lucky in any way. I just went about it the right way.
Mhm.
So the worst thing you could do is be entitled with your parents because they've already made a crazy investment in you. So you always have to be respectful.
All right.
But you also have to understand that your life is your life. And if you live it on someone else's terms, you are going to die a sad man. So live it on your own terms, but do it in a way that is respectful to the people that brought you into this world.
All right. Great point again. Okay, so let's see. We have you going off to Europe in August. You have a new sales job. Are you still with your old copywriting clients, or have you moved on from that?
Yeah, I still have my two clients that I'm very serious about, and I'm working with them to scale their business every single day. But the results I've gotten them right now have gotten me to a point where I'm receiving a good amount of money per month just by maintaining the funnel that I've built. And adding on to that, whenever I add on new stuff, that amount of money increases. So that's case in point of providing value to other people makes you money. Shocker, actually being good at your job will make you money. So that's I got my two. I got my two ride or die, and I cut the other ones because they did not want to scale their business the way I wanted them to scale their business to make us all rich. So
Interesting. Was that a limiting belief on that part, or what?
yeah, I think a lot of the time people get very complacent when they start hitting a certain milestone, and they just want everything to stay the same. But if you listen to any of these people who run businesses, one thing is consistent: is that if you are not growing, you are dying every single time. So what I did is I took that mindset and I was like, okay, I got all these clients. Which ones are growing? Which ones are gonna die? I got two that are gonna die. I got one guy who I don't really respect and who maybe probably won't pay me. So cut them, focus on these two, scale them up, we get rich. That's how it goes.
Mm-hmm. Completely fair. Okay. And since you're on this trajectory, where do you see your life heading in the short term, medium term, and long term?
Yeah, 18 in the war room immediately, going to events and networking with these kind of people, getting into real estate, eventually start building and expanding on the empire that my people in my family have already started, and just absolutely killing it in every single form of life that I choose to. I don't plan to ever stop training or ever stop being an athlete because I think that keeps your competitive drive going through the roof. But what is going to change is I will always be evolving in my skills. I will always be evolving in how I speak. Maybe you noticed that I've been working on my speech since the last time we talked. Talking in a much more confident way, at least I think so.
No, you are for
And
sure.
yeah, so I'm just going to keep getting better. And who knows exactly how that's going to be, but still going to be better than all of you watching this. So
Nice. I like that. Okay. And yeah, I mean, I'm happy for that catch up. We talked about past, how you're doing in present, some stuff about future. I believe that's. Is there anything else that you haven't mentioned that comes to mind?
anything else that I haven't mentioned that comes to mind? Well, if anybody who is younger than me or older than me is watching this, maybe just a little advice, and you're looking to change your life, the only person who's going to do it is you. If you try to rely on other people to make investments in you before you provide any value, you are not going to get anywhere because your mindset is broken. And if you don't earn anything yourself, you're always going to feel empty inside. So take responsibility for that. It'll be the best thing you ever do. So just a little advice. That's all I would give.
Cool. Okay. And now to end off, Maybe I asked this last time as well, so feel free to give the same answer on it or a different one, whatever you want. For people who are still unsure about joining the real world because they might think, what if it's a scam for the $50? What advice do you have to them?
Yeah, man. My advice is look at all the videos of these people winning. Go look at Rokus interviewing hundreds of people who are making thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars now. We're starting to get a bunch of students that are hitting the million mark that you can see inside. So it's absolutely amazing to see. And the biggest thing I would say is it's easy to write something off when it's going to take you a lot of hard work. So look in the mirror and understand, do I actually think this is a scam with all the proof that's out there, or am I just being a little lazy piece of shit? So that's what I would say.
All right. Okay, I'm happy with that. So for people who want to find out more about you or contact you, where can they do so?
Okay, here we go. Here's my time to plug myself, right? So we got Micah Jacoby on YouTube, MICAHJACOBI on YouTube. And then on Twitter, we got at MICAH Micah J Copy. You can find me there. Go follow. I give out a lot of pretty awesome advice and stuff that I'm learning as I go. And if you are looking to understand more about the real world or understand more about marketing, copywriting, it's all I talk about, man. So it will not be a waste of your time. I'm also pretty funny, so I post some funny stuff. So I'll say that.
And anyone who doesn't think so should check it out first. I mean, yeah. Just to prove themselves wrong, they need to check it out. Okay. Anyway, I'll add those links to the description of the video. Thank you for your time, Micah, and I look forward to the next follow-up interview to see how everything is going for you. Because with your mindset, I mean, it's an insane trajectory you're going at. So yeah, all the best to you, and until next time.
Thank you, brother.